This is a quick video on how to use the virtual camera application in Unity. So by using this application that at the moment is only available for iOS devices, you can control your cameras in Unity by manipulating an external device like an iPad or an iPhone. It is worth mentioning that you need the latest versions of iPads or iPhones, or at least the ones that have the AR kit available. Otherwise, this wouldn't work. I believe there are Android apps being developed, but I'm not really sure about that. So let's use this sample scene that we created before using the Cinematic Studio tools. It doesn't matter, you can use these new cameras, these new virtual cameras with timelines, or you can use it with Cinemachine. You can combine them with Cine Studio. I mean, they are just regular cameras in Unity at the end of the day. So to get things started, first you need to do a couple of things, because you need to sync the application in your phone or iPad with your Unity version. So the first thing you need to do, you need to go to settings in your Windows computer. I'm not sure if this is available for Mac. I have no clue really, but I only tested it in Windows, in my case, Windows 11. So go to settings and then go to network and then properties, and make sure that your network is set to private. Otherwise, if by default is set to public, and if you have this one set to public, it's not going to work. So make sure that is set to private. That is the first thing. The second thing we need to do is we need to go to the firewall, and if you go to advanced settings, then you have to go to inbound rules and create a new rule. I've done this already, so I don't think I have to do it again. But anyway, I can just show you quickly. Select program, next, and then select the version of Unity that you need to use. In my case, it's 2021.2.f. Select the unity.exe and accept. Then go to next. Make sure this is allowing the connection, and then make sure that this is set only to private. Then click next, and then you can just type Unity 2021 2.8, which is my version, and finish. And that should be it. Okay. Once that is done and you have created a rule, and now Unity should be able to sync with your application and with Windows. Make sure also that you are in the same Wi-Fi network. I'm not sure if you can use these with cable. I don't think so, but I guess that wouldn't be a good idea, right? Because you want to move around the set. So of course, you want to be wireless. Okay, then in your iOS device, it doesn't matter if it's an iPad or an iPhone, make sure that you install an application that is called Unity Virtual Camera. Okay, there are a couple of applications that you can use from Unity. One is the virtual camera, and the other one is the face capture. So just take a look at the App Store. They are, of course, free, and you can use both of them. We can take a look at the face capture at some point. But for now, let's stick to the virtual camera. I don't really have a way of capturing my phone right now. Maybe I can do it later and edit it in post. I don't know. Anyway, it's very simple. Just go to the iOS store, the App Store, and download the virtual camera from Unity. Cool. The next thing you need to do is you need to go to Windows Package Manager. Make sure you're looking in the Unity registry and look for Live. And here you have a package called Live Capture, which I already have installed Otherwise, you can just click here to install it. And oh, it comes with some samples that I haven't checked yet. Okay, anyway, just install this package. I already have it, so I don't need to install it anymore. Cool. So now in the hierarchy in Unity, just right click and go to Live Capture and create a new take recorder. So this is basically where we're going to store the information coming from the iOS device. In the inspector, now you need to link your device. Well, you see that I have a few takes here. This is just because this is by default is looking for this directory where I already store a few things. So what I can do is I can just create maybe a new folder and I can call this one takes. Now I can use that folder and that one is empty now. So there is no information there. If you just install the package and if you never recorded anything from the app in your iOS device, this will be empty as I have it here right now. Okay, so now here in the hierarchy with take recorder selected, we need to do a couple of things. So capture devices, the list is empty at the moment. So we need to add the device that we want to use for capturing. So I want to click on plus and I'm going to add a new virtual camera device. Cool. And I need to enable this virtual camera device that we just created. And this, if you take a look at the hierarchy, it has created a couple of things. It has created this new virtual camera device and this virtual camera path manager. Right. So with this new virtual camera device selected, go to Window, Live Capture, and click on Connections. And this gives you this little pop-up window. And here, if this is the first time that you use it, you will get a button on top of this one that says something on the lines of configure firewall, I believe it is. So you click there and then Windows is gonna ask you for permissions to allow Unity to go through your firewall. It is just a button, click OK, and that's fine. And then you can just create a server and click on companion app server. I have done it already, so the server has already been created. Otherwise, you would have to create it. Just click here and that's it. Next, click on start. So now you are starting the server. Okay, so now I'm going to my iOS device. In my case, it's an iPhone. So I'm going to open the virtual camera. And you would get like a splash screen. And here there is a button that says scan. And it's going to scan for available servers. It has found my computer already. So now there is a button that says connect. I'm going to click there. It has connected already. So now I'm actually looking already in my device something that looks like an empty room, which is some kind of like a texting box, if you will, but the server has connected already, which is important. Now, again, with the virtual camera device selected, we need to go here and create and assign a new actor. Click here, and now you can add a virtual camera actor or a CineMachine camera actor. If you're working with CineMachine, you can do that. Otherwise, you can later on convert your camera to CineMachine. That's all good. So I'm going to click on Virtual Camera Actor. There you go. And now I'm already controlling my camera with my iPhone. So as you can see, I can rotate. I can do anything really. I want to walk through my room. So as you can see, you can walk through your physical space. I'm sitting down now. I'm not in a big room, so I cannot really use this camera as a real camera for moving around this environment. Of course, you would need to map your virtual environment with a physical environment, which is not my case. Yeah, of course, it's gonna be a little bit tricky because I cannot walk. If I want to get closer to the character, I cannot really do it in a physical space. So I would have to control that virtually. So I'm just gonna put my phone on top of the table. So of course, it's looking at the ground now. And here you can control, as you can see, position, rotation, focal length, focus distance, or aperture. Again, this is a little bit of a hassle because I cannot move in the physical space. So I'm gonna select my take recorder and I'm gonna click on playback. So I'm not live anymore. So now if I move my phone, I'm moving my phone now, it is actually not manipulating the camera. So what I want to do is I want to zoom in just with the virtual tools. Again, if you're on a set, you wouldn't be doing this virtually. You would be doing this by just walking and moving around. So I'm gonna take my virtual camera, which is that one. And basically, I'm going to change the rotation here. So I actually look at my character and I'm gonna move it in the physical space. Okay, I'm gonna frame my shot like that. Cool. So now I'm gonna go back to my take recorder, or actually, let me select my virtual camera device. I'm going to disable, let's say, rotation for now. And I'm going to go live again. So now I have my phone and, I can move it and I can see it on my screen and also in my gate view that I'm controlling everything here. Well, not everything. I'm not controlling the rotation anymore because I have the rotation disabled here. So I'm going to enable the rotation now. And now I can control everything again. Cool. By the way, those controls like the position, rotation, focal length, and so on, you can enable and disable those in the app as well. There is also a button in the app that you can reset the camera so it goes back to where it was before you started manipulating with the phone. You can also reset the lens in case you change something like the focal length or focus distance. Okay, and of course, I'm just handhelding my iPhone, so this is very shaky. There is a control in the phone here that allows you to control the damping. So if I enable that one, and then you can also control the amount. So now when I move, as you can see, is smoother, right? Because the damping is compensating for my shakiness. I can increase it quite a lot. So now it's very, very steady, as you can see there. So that works quite cool. I'm gonna disable it, and now, as you can see, it's quite shaky. Cool. So I'm trying to hold this with my left hand. So of course it's a little bit hard. Also because I have a cast, because I broke my arm. So it's even harder. Anyway, in your take recorder, you can just click on start recording, or you can do it in your phone. I'm gonna do it on my phone. So I'm gonna click record. And now I'm recording. So this is my camera movement. Okay, and I just stop it. So now, if you want to review what you just recorded instead of live, go to playback and click on start preview. And now you're seeing your camera movement here. You can see it also in your phone, and you can preview it from your phone. You don't need to control it here. You can control all of that in your phone as well. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go to live again. And I'm recording. Okay, so again, trying to grab this with my left hand. And of course you can play your animation. Oops, we just jump into the second shot, the third shot. So now, of course, this guy doesn't work. I mean, I would have to create a camera for each of the shots. Okay. Great. So I'm recording again. And stop it. Okay, so if I take a look now at my third shot here and preview that, so I can see my animation. Well, I'm just seeing my camera animation, of course. I'm not seeing my playback. So if I want to see everything put together, we can take the take recorder, drag and drop here, and we can create a take recorder track. Cool. And now, well, this one is enabled. This one should be enabled. It's not doing anything because we need to select a take. So let's take the one we just recorded. I think it's this one. There you go. And now we have our camera there. If we want, let's say for this shot, we want this take, and then for this shot, we want a different take, we would just add a take, and we can add whatever other take. This one here, we can select, let's do something like that one, right? So we have this one, then we have this one for this shot. And let's say now for this shot, we want a different take. So we just create a new take and select it. Let me select this one. So it's very clear what we're doing here, right? So handheld camera for the first shot, a different handheld camera for the second shot, and a different one. So these are all takes that I did with my iPhone. At any given time, you can go to the take a recorder, go live, and nope, I think I disconnected my phone. Let me connect it again. Virtual camera. I'm just opening it now. Okay. I'm connected. Okay, so now I'm controlling my camera again. So I can record a new take. I go like that. As you can see, I also have like tilting controls in the phone that I can control here. And I also have like a joystick where I can point my camera to different places. So of course this is a little bit crazy, and especially because I'm controlling with just one hand. And for the joysticks, you would need like two different, two hands basically. Okay, so I'm gonna record from here. This is definitely crazy camera movement. Don't judge me. Okay, and a different one from here that it can be something like that. Cool. So at any given time, I can come here to any of these shots and just select a different take. So let's select one of the latest ones. Don't know which one. I guess this one or that one. Yeah, I have a few here. By the way, you can rename them at any time. So yeah, let's select this one. So now I'm using this one here, that one there, and this one there. Instead of creating new takes, you can also override what you have. So if you click here, you will start recording from what is already recorded. And actually, let's say you're happy with the movement, but you just want to change the rotation. So you can just go to the take recorder. Sorry, not to the take recorder, but to the virtual camera device, and say that you only want to change rotation. So now you go back to the take recorder, and with this one selected, we can click here. Oops, I blocked my phone. So now, if I click record, now the only thing that I control is the rotation, not the position anymore. Okay. So now we can play this one. So this is the overrides that I made, basically just controlling the rotation. And this is here. And again, any given time, we can play with these timelines. So now we're using the same camera for these two characters. And I can add a new take. It is a good idea to rename things because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. But let's pick up. Yeah, that one. Just why not? So we have it there. Of course, we should be able to. Can we change things? No, I think we need to do it as an override, I believe. Yeah, I cannot change the parameters of the virtual camera here. Yeah, but that's how it works. Well, I guess for this shot, it only makes sense to have a wide view. Otherwise, we don't see anything at all. And now here we are seeing this guy. So this is basically how you do it. Using it in the way that I'm using it now, by that I mean sitting at my desk, it is not the most efficient way of doing this, because ideally you want to move around the physical space that mimics the virtual environment. Of course, can I still do it as I just did, like just by positioning my camera in the virtual space and then controlling rotation, position, and whatnot. Yeah. Also, the focus of the camera, you can control it by touching the screen of your phone. Let's do a quick test with that. So now I'm looking at my phone. Okay. So let's see if I can control. I'm going to enable position, rotation, aperture, and distance. Okay. So now we are here. Yeah, let's do that. Yes. Okay. So if I click on that cube is in frame now, or sorry, not in frame, but in focus. So this guy, let me walk. Should be able to control the focus here. Let me see if I have something disabled. No, I have focal length and focus distance. Okay, I'm gonna go through the settings on my iPhone. Okay, so now I can see a few more things. Okay, so here I'm in focus. And there you go. Here you can see kind of like the focus plane. Okay, I'm setting the focus on my phone on manual. And now here I can control the focus distance. You can see how I'm changing the focal plane. Okay, so now when I get closer to the character, it's a little bit out of focus because I'm focusing there. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a little bit out of focus. So let's try to control that in the app. There you go. So I can just click on the face, or I can click on that cube that there. So here I'm out of focus. So now if I click on the face, I'm in focus again. You have a zoom here as well that you can use. So let's do something like this. Focusing on the face, and I'm gonna record a take. I'm gonna enable damping. Trying to enable it in the app and increase it quite a lot so I don't shake. And I'm gonna record a take. And another one. Okay. So let's go back to the tape recorder. Go to playback. And oops, I was still recording, I believe. Okay. Okay, cool. So let me add a take at the beginning. Add take. Okay. So let's see if I have some of these new takes that I recorded. It's hard to tell because I didn't name things properly. So let me do something here. I'm gonna get rid of all of these. Cool. Let's rename this one to close up. Where is the character? It is here. So again, I cannot move myself in front of the character. So basically, let's go back to playback. Let's select the virtual camera and do it virtually here. Okay. Back to tech recorder. Gonna go live. I'm gonna create a new shot. And in the app, let's see if I can just reset my position. Okay, now my position has been reset. I'm gonna focus here. So everything's in focus and I'm gonna start a new take. Okay, so now we have a new take, which is close-up 5. Let's review that. Play that one. Okay, we're in focus. Well, of course, my framing with one hand on the iPhone, it's terrible, but you get the idea, right? Cool. So again, let's add a new take here and let's choose this close-up. There you go. So now we have this guy here. And let's add a different take. Now I need to guess because I don't know the names. So let's select this one. There you go. And then we can take this photography asset to take over after that. If that has information. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, cool. Well, problem here is like we are still looking at this because it's live. So of course that's not gonna work. But it will work here. Okay. Okay, cool. Maybe something that we can do, I believe, to fix this, we can just drag and drop this one here at an activation track. Is this going to work? Yeah. So now it is active for the first couple of shots, and then it's deactive, so we get back to the original cameras that we have here. So let's play the game view, and there you go. That one is working. Whoop, what happened there? I think I need to disconnect this guy. Cool. Stop the game. Okay, yeah. Can we get rid of this focus thing? I hope we can. Probably there is an option somewhere that I don't know. So this, no, because I enabled that on the phone. Maybe that's still there. Probably this comes from the phone. So let me go back to window connection, start, connect back from my phone. Okay, I'm connecting. Let's get rid of those things. Okay, well, I'm quite surprised that that is a thing. Anyway, let's stop this one now. And play this. Okay, so this one is not working, I think. We were using the close-up, that one. There you go. So now one, that one, and then we go back to those. Beautiful movie we're making here. Okay, now everything works as expected. Cool. So yeah, that's basically how you use these tools. Again, I don't really know how to use them, so I'm just experimenting with them.